Belt University students have launched a campaign collecting coins to raise money for development projects. The Green Ngwe campaign is also being done to protect the environment and help students make savings. Paul Shalala has details in the following report.
Since 2013, when coins were introduced in Zambia, many have had mixed feelings about them. Some have embraced them, while others have not. For example, all the coins below 50 ngwe are rarely used in transactions. They are either kept at home or thrown away by those who deem them not to be of value. This is why some students at the Copperbelt University in Kitwe have launched a campaign to raise money through the collection of these coins.
Green Ngwe, how do we come in? How do we give an example? By making this a simple bank, obviously, we can still hold on to it. Just drill a small hole in it, throw coins in there. By the end of 5 years, I'll accumulate a fortune, wealth to myself, that will overflow and spill over to my children.
The Green Ngwe campaign is expected to encourage students to collect coins and raise funds for various purposes. This campaign is also being done to conserve the environment.
Affecting the populations, we're not talking about all those losses. All we're talking about is the gross domestic product, the output, without consideration of others who are losing livelihoods, who are losing their homes, who are losing places where they have lived all these years. And we're not talking about one person, we're talking about countless people. But even if we are to talk about 10 people, they matter. So while in Lusaka, we speak about increased output and increased GDP growth, we are also not aware of so many losses and costs that are happening on the ground where this development is taking place. So we cannot speak about development when there are these losses. That is why in the last 10-15 years, economists have even been insisting that we don't talk about gross domestic product, but we talk about gross national income. Because we're not taking into account the losses. We're simply talking about the sales of copper, the sales of what, how much is paid, and the total flow of goods and services, without talking about the losses. Even a loss like...
Economists argue that keeping coins, as is the case with the Green Ngwe campaign, can help students raise money for their day-to-day needs. CBU economics lecturer Edna Litana feels the campaign will also help students reduce their dependence on guardians.
Tell her to maybe use or the supermarket to gain more. What we mean is that by taking the money to the bank, it's accumulating. They've taught you about financial discipline and through accumulation of wealth, you are able to strengthen your family relations and community relations and family ties. How do you do that? You can surprise your family by going there tomorrow to say, after a whole term of studying in Ngwe, you say, Mom, today I think you'll not have to buy milling meal. I'm buying the bag of milling meal, you know, sure. From the Ngwe. I'm buying the bag of milling meal. So meaning you are able to find your place in making sure that you also contribute to the family budget and contribute to access to food and making sure that there's food security for your family.
This is not the first time students at the Copperbelt University are collecting coins for a noble cause. A few years ago, they launched a similar campaign and raised funds which they used to build a house for the vulnerable in society. Paul Shalala for ZNBC Newsline in Kitwe.